Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray is on his way out, a path to retirement or as chief of a new city. But our investigation found he's not leaving under good terms.
And cloudy skies, strong gusty winds, and a change in your weather. That's all coming up in my First Alert weather forecast.
And we're tracking changes at the Benton County Canine Shelter, why they're hoping this investment could help more pets be adopted out.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Special Edition, on your side.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. This week, Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray's last week on the job. Back in May of this year, he announced that he is retiring from the force. But in news you heard first on Apple Valley News Now, we've now learned he's a finalist for Spokane's police chief. Now, the Yakima Police Department reached out to our own Emily Goodell, asking if she would like the opportunity to sit down with the chief as he ends his time in Yakima. Goodell talked with Chief Murray about what he's most proud of, his accomplishments, and what he'll miss the most.
I would also say that I've really enjoyed the community stuff that I was able to do. A lot of folks don't know this, but I spend well over 90% of my mornings, early mornings, in a very challenged neighborhood in Yakima, and I drive the alleys and I abate graffiti and I greet everybody every day. I'll miss that.
Now, however, there are a lot of questions surrounding Chief Murray's leadership of the Yakima Police Department. In an exclusive interview, Goodell talks with a former YPD officer who says working under the chief's leadership was difficult when it didn't need to be. In 2023, Apple Valley News Now obtained documentation on what the rank and file really think about their leadership. We're also hearing more from that former officer who says that was what ultimately helped him decide to leave.
You have guys calling out on traffic stops when there's nobody available to back them up because everybody else is tied on a call. But if you don't get your 4 traffic stops a day, you're going to face discipline. That's the precedent being set, and that's just killing morale even more. It's making guys doubt themselves, and it's making it harder for people to spend time on reports and investigations that matter.
Now, tonight after the NBA draft, we're going to show you what those survey results are. We're going to let Chief Murray tell you what he thinks about the survey. You'll also hear more from the former officer giving us an inside look. Apple Valley News Now has also obtained documentation on a vote of no confidence taken months ago and kept from public view until now. This coming to light as Chief Murray faces 2 paths, one towards retirement, another as a candidate. That story tonight after the draft, only on Apple Valley News Now. And we are continuing to keep up with the situation in Mabton. The city is missing $22,000 in cash and checks. A deputy city clerk arrested, accused of theft. The mayor of Mabton has refused to answer our questions, and at a city council meeting last night faced criticism from the council and from the community as well.
Those checks have names, addresses, routing numbers, account numbers. That's a green flag for identity theft.
We've been telling them for months that we're operating illegally. We have no budget. I've been asking and asking and asking for it.
It's always computers down, we're too busy, we're short-staffed, always an excuse.
Why didn't you guys run for mayor? Laura, why didn't you run? Nobody wanted you. Why didn't
she cheated?
Why didn't you run?
Now, one council member told us all of the council except the mayor's mother have now signed onto a recall petition after the mayor said last night that she would not resign voluntarily. In Franklin County, a former Mesa city official has been arrested, accused of misusing government funds. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says Charmaine Halverson has been under investigation for theft, misappropriation by treasurer, injury to public record, and official misconduct. She's accused of making nearly $10,000 worth of unauthorized purchases while serving as the treasurer of Mesa, which only brings in about $350,000 per year, according to a state audit that was published last year. Now, state records show Mesa was audited for fraud in 2022. The state says the investigation started in August when the city notified the auditor's office about potential loss of public funds. Another report from the state auditor's office quotes the city as saying, quote, in 2021, our city clerk treasurer resigned on June 1st. By 2022, we were on our 3rd new clerk with little experience. Now, the state auditor's reports do not give the names of the clerks involved. New rules begin tomorrow in Pasco. Police will be giving warnings to anyone who's sitting or lying down in the downtown business area between 6 a.m. and midnight. This is called a sit-lie ordinance, and it's not the first time Pasco has had one. But Pasco police tell us earlier versions weren't enforceable, and they were still hearing concerns from business owners.
So if the sidewalks are constantly being blocked and people are having to come down and they're now having to walk in the street to get around people that are sitting and laying on the sidewalk to go to businesses. People generally just don't want to deal with that and will find somewhere else to take their business. And that's hurting our business downtown.
Now, there are exceptions built into this rule for people who have to sit or lie down because of a medical emergency and for special events like parades. Now, let's talk about your forecast. We're getting close to the Grand Old Fourth Parade, but Stacy, you were saying it sounds like it wouldn't be a very good day for a parade today.
Maybe not. It's a little on the windy side. It's been overcast and it has been quite warm. Check out these winds right now. Pretty gusty in Toppenish, Prosser, Hermiston, and up in the Kittitas Valley. We've been tracking 40-mile-an-hour gusts throughout the day in some of these areas. Right now on our dust level sky cam, it's 88 degrees, winds 19 miles per hour. Our feels like temp is 84. So those clouds keeping that air feeling a little bit cooler. Overnight lows down in the 50s tonight, partly cloudy with breezy winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's what it looks like for the next 3 days in Yakima as we head towards the weekend, the first official week of summer. Look for those breezy and gusty winds again. Tri-Cities in the 80s, back up to 90 on Saturday. Walla Walla down in the 70s with breezy winds tomorrow and climbing right back up on to 90 degrees on Saturday. Same situation in Hermiston. So pretty active weather, and the temperature roller coaster continues and into our first week of summer. Partly cloudy and breezy, cooler and gusty winds again tomorrow. Mountain showers if you're heading up towards the mountain. Be aware of that. 80s and 90s degree temperatures for the weekend. Lots to get into, and my first alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacy. The Benton County Canine Shelter is doing a 360 expansion. The shelter has now expanded its business days going through the weekend on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. They've also hired 3 full-time animal control officers to help move towards a 24/7 on-call service. They've added 7 new volunteers to the list, and at the moment, they are not looking to hire any more staff, but are still welcoming more volunteers. The manager says all these improvements are moving towards helping people find their special paw in their hearts.
I think it's going to be more people to spend time one-on-one with that potential adopter and the doggy that they are looking at. So instead of, us being kind of crammed for people, now we can have some designated people to kind of talk about details on the dog that they're wondering about, or spending that one-on-one time with them. That'll all just get better with more people.
Now, if you're looking to become a volunteer, the manager says you would just need to be 18 years old or older. Go into the shelter, ask for an application. Coming up later tonight, we're going to talk more about the timeline for the Benton County Canine Shelter expanding to double its current size. Nonprofit First Story raised the wall for a local family with a zero-down, zero-interest mortgage on a home in Benton City today. This is in a Hayden Homes neighborhood. The Ide family, Buck and Avonlea, and their almost 2-year-old, got to help put up some of the first walls in the home that they will move into later this year. Current interest rates and home prices made it nearly impossible for this young couple to find a house to raise their baby in. But that's when they found out about First Story and applied.
For a First Story home, we come out here for this team build and wall raising to actually construct the very first walls and have the family really become a part of the journey by being a part of that and then getting to raise the first walls. And they get to write messages. Everyone who was here today wrote a welcome home message, and they're just kind of sealed into the walls of the house, just bringing good luck and, welcome, warm feelings to the family moving in.
It was nice that we actually got to take part and not just buy it and leave it. It was nice that we actually got to put our own work in.
Now, the Ide family will move in this fall. They'll have a home dedication and a key ceremony when that happens. First Story so far has turned more than 100 families into homeowners, doing this zero-down, 0% interest rate on several houses per year with Hayden Homes. We'll talk more about that coming up on Good Morning Northwest tomorrow morning. We are just about 2 months from the deadline for another decision on the controversial Horse Heaven Hills wind farm project. A state advisory council recommended that the governor approve a much smaller version of the wind farm, which is proposed for 26 miles of land south of the Tri-Cities. So far this month on Apple Valley News Now, we've heard from advocates and opponents. I also reached out to Benton County to talk about the restrictions on this area.
Benton County is mandated by the state to protect and conserve agricultural lands, and so removing over 7,000 acres of production of agricultural lands by either siting turbines or having the solar fields would go against that mandate by the state. And so we're trying to uphold the regulations of the Growth Management Act by preserving these areas, which is why we don't want to see them converted into industrial areas for renewable energy projects.
It's the fight for the future of the Horse Heaven Hills, an in-depth series you will only see on Apple Valley News Now, coming up tonight after the NBA draft. The Tri-Cities Diversity Summit was held today at the Three Rivers Convention Center. Hosted by the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce, the summit is focused on helping local professionals and businesses of all sizes create more inclusive workplaces. We saw various speakers and breakout meetings discussing conflict, conversations, and how to have those difficult discussions in a civil manner, also how to build a culture of understanding and collaboration. We met with the keynote speaker, Dr. Kimberly Harden.
It's all about having a collective mindset instead of having an individualistic mindset. So we're all interconnected, right? There's the interdependence. Historically, there's been, since the modern ages, this whole mindset that we're self-made. Well, no one is really self-made, right? We all rely on each other.
This is the 6th year for the Diversity Summit. Various businesses from all around the Tri-Cities area attended the event. We're talking about some changes in your forecast. A little windy out there today and kind of gray in some areas. We got showers overnight, but that's not enough to help deal with the drought that we're seeing. That is forcing changes at Kennewick Irrigation District. We're going to talk about exactly what you need to know when the new mandatory watering schedule kicks in, coming up.
Choice Student Checking. Open yours today at any Yakima Federal Savings and Loan.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
If you would like to improve your sleep for less, then right now is the perfect time to visit Walker's Furniture for their 4th of July savings event, where you can get no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years this week at Walker's.
HelloFresh has made my life so much easier.
They always send me something different that I never would have made.
They just have the most amazing recipes delivered right to your door.
Go to HelloFresh.com/appetizers and use code appetizers to claim this offer.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Hit the open road and head to Wild Horse Resort and Casino for the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Every Friday and Saturday, cruise in and win free play, gas cards, or up to $50,000 cash. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then on June 29th, win your choice of $30,000 cash or a new Mustang. Keep playing in July to win a shiny new Harley. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Benton County's opinion on the proposed Horse Heaven Hills wind project tonight after the NBA draft.
Welcome back. The Kennewick Irrigation District is starting its mandatory watering schedule on July 7th, which is going to mean some changes for customers. Apple Valley News Now's Riley Fitzgerald walks us through how to prepare for this new schedule.
Grass will return. It may be a little brown, but grass will return. And so what we're asking folks to do is to just acknowledge that what you want may not be what you need, and to use the resources that are available, including KID, calling customer service, reaching out to us through social media, by phone, by email. We'll be happy to help you understand what your property needs versus maybe what you think it needs.
The Kennewick Irrigation District is putting its residents on a mandatory watering schedule.
They say it's so they can spread water service through the year rather than running out and shutting service off early. That all starts July 7th, and KID District Manager Shane Leonard says the end date right now is unknown.
So if folks follow the schedule, we'll be able to shorten up that mandatory period of time. If folks don't, then it'll probably extend not just through July, but potentially into August. And so it's entirely dependent upon how well we work together.
The mandatory schedule looks daunting at first, but it's actually quite simple. I'll break it down.
The Apple Valley News Now newsroom is located at 601 North Edison Street in Kennewick. The last number of the address, in this case 1, correlates to the day and time of the week to turn the water on. According to the Kennewick Irrigation District, to follow the mandatory watering schedule, the Apple Valley News Now newsroom would turn the sprinklers on for 20 minutes in the mornings of Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. The chart is on the KID or Apple Valley News Now website.
Leonard says a common question they've received is why do people have to pay their full assessment despite being on watering restrictions? He explains it's based off of water available in the system.
The system that provides that water exists regardless of how much water is actually in the system. It's like roads, streets, other infrastructure. So we have to operate, maintain, and repair it regardless of how much water is or isn't flowing through the system. And those costs remain, whether we're 100% or unfortunately where we're at right now, which is 47% of supply.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we're going to take a look outside. We've got the cruise ship in port there at Howard Amon Park, 88 degrees. I was seeing my camera bouncing around. Those winds are blowing 19 miles an hour, gusting 20 to 25. And in some areas, we're seeing gusts up to 40 miles an hour. So overall, a breezy day. It's been overcast. That's kind of keeping us a little bit cooler. As you see, we're in the 80s instead of the 90s like we have been for the past few days. 60s and even 70 degrees right now in Cle Elum and Ellensburg, 83 Yakima. Warmer in the Columbia Basin, Connell, Tri-Cities, 88, 86 right now in Walla Walla. The weather pattern for tomorrow, we do see some rain that's going to be mainly impacting the west side of the state and then eventually the Cascade Mountains. Most of this moisture, though, will stay well north of the Tri-Cities into the Spokane area and right at the Canadian border. Once that passes through the region, we'll start to dry out as we get into your Thursday and Friday, and those winds will start to dissipate as well after that system moves on through. Here's what the winds are doing tonight. 6 o'clock, still gusty through the area. We'll continue to see these winds into the early evening. By midnight, though, things will start to calm down in the Kittitas Valley. Still staying breezy here in the Columbia Basin, but tomorrow those winds ramp right back up nice and early in the morning, and it's going to remain gusty all day long, elevating our fire danger. Very windy in the Yakima Valley, very dry there as well. So we got to keep a close eye and try not to be the spark. Look at those gusts continue to blow pretty hard tomorrow afternoon in the Yakima Valley, Kittitas Valley, anywhere where the mountain gaps are. But we'll get a little bit of relief from those winds on Friday, looking much calmer and a little bit nicer. Temperatures also are trending down for tomorrow, then back up as we get into the weekend, and pretty much close to normal by the first part or into the weekend, first part of next week. Tri-Cities trending way down from the 90s or upper 80s, we should say, today down to 79 tomorrow and hitting those 90s again briefly on Saturday, and then cooling right back down to our average in the 80s. For Walla Walla, 82 is the average, and we'll see that on Monday. Here's what Hermiston's looking like for the next several days. Again, trending up and down. Again, we call it the temperature roller coaster. It's been pretty much all spring and all summer. Temperatures tonight going to be pretty pleasant, partly cloudy, breezy, 50s all through the region. 56 Tri-Cities, 52 Yakima, 50 in Ellensburg. For tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies. Once again, those strong breezy and gusty winds, especially in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley, but all the way through the basin with temperatures, as you can see, much cooler than we were today. Planning your day out the door tomorrow, looking good, about 10 degrees cooler than it was this morning. 70s by the midday, and those upper 70s or possibly low 80s later in the afternoon. And here's that 7-day planning forecast for you. 81 and breezy, windy in Yakima. We see those temperatures just kind of all over the map again, getting back to our average in the first part of next week. And Walla Walla and Hermiston, no exception. We'll see those breezy and gusty winds. Fire danger remains high in those areas as well. And you'll see temperatures temperatures dropping back into the 80s for a couple of days into next week. So yes, very active weather, very dry, very windy. Fire danger remains very high in our region. So be safe out there. Still to come, your viewer photo of the day. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. We are tracking drama at the Supreme Court today with another leak ahead of a major ruling, plus a decision on social media that gives the government more power. We'll explain next.
Jessica Julol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
During our Patriot sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like a Sealy Queen mattress for $3.99.
Come to Mattress Depot USA
before our Patriot sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Something is weird. Look around. All possible Triple Play customers are perfectly represented right now.
Wait, really?
There's the family, the group of adult friends, kids on their school trip,
and the first date couple, and the grandparents with their grandkids.
It's just too perfect. I knew it. They're shooting a commercial.
I thought we were better than that.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
We just thought...
If it's hidden, you might get bitten.
Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Hot Tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
It's the big 4th of July sale going on now at all Walker's Furniture locations. With big discounts on all your favorite name brand furniture items. Or get it now and pay for it over time with no money down and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
It's the perfect time to upgrade for less. Or get that new Serta or Beauty Rest mattress you've been wanting. Plus, check out the hot buys on all clearance items this week for the 4th of July sale at Walker's.
Trucks, and more trucks at the Auto Lot. Check this out, 2017 F-150 XLT VA 4x4 for only $16.95. Wow, that's a deal. Or how about this 2023 GMC Denali, low miles, only had 12,000 miles. Or how about this 2019 Sierra Elevation? Make your neighbors jealous with this beautiful Sierra 4x4. Now, this is a deal. 2012 F-350 Super Duty lifted 4x4 turbo diesel for only $21,995. And look at this 2013 Toyota Turner Crew Max platinum loaded from top to bottom 4x4 and more. Don't miss out. Visit us at AutoLotNW.com.
It's Men's Health Awareness Month. Take charge of your health with regular checkups and know the risks for your age, ethnicity, and lifestyle. More at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
We are tracking developing news from the Supreme Court. It appears a second major decision on abortion was posted ahead of time. The Supreme Court says someone inadvertently and briefly uploaded a document about a ruling on Idaho's abortion law. Now, that decision has not officially been released. If all this sounds familiar, that could be because 2 years ago, the Supreme Court's decision on overturning Roe v. Wade was leaked ahead of time as well. Now, today, the Supreme Court did release a ruling about social media. There's been a debate over whether the Biden administration went too far in trying to crack down on controversial posts about things like COVID-19 and election security. Well, lower federal courts said that officials put too much pressure on social media companies to limit those posts, which they counted as unconstitutionally limiting conservative points of view. But the Supreme Court today ruled 6-3 that the lawsuit never should have been allowed in the first place. Benton County is celebrating the latest graduate of Recovery Court, and this is a program giving people a second chance if they committed a crime while struggling with addiction. We're going to hear from today's graduate coming up on Apple Valley News Now after the NBA draft.
Benton County's opinion on the proposed Horsehaven Hills Wind project tonight after the NBA draft.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price, and that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $1,950 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
Hot tubs. Hot tub. Hot tubs. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance some new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. Come see the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
The 4th of July mattress savings are on now at all Walker's Furniture and Mattress stores. And that means big discounts on your favorite brands like Serta's new and improved Perfect Sleeper and Beautyrest Black Hybrid mattresses.
And if you want to get it now and pay for it over time, you can take advantage of our no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest financing for up to 5 years.
So now you can get that new Serta or Beautyrest mattress you've always wanted and pay for it much later.
This week at Walker's.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
All right, we are bringing you the news early this evening. That is because of the NBA draft. It starts in just a moment here, and we will be back with more local news after the draft. But first, let's take one final look at your forecast. Lots going on, Stacey.
Forecast, and of course, our favorite viewer photo of the day. Check this one out. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I'm assuming that is Mount Rainier because Maple Valley is on the west side. So isn't that beautiful?
I love
Jeannie
it.
was at a wedding over there and grabbed that picture. So thanks for sharing, Jeannie. All you have to do is snap a photo of that QR code. That'll take you right to the landing page to upload your photo, or simply go to applevalley.newsnow.com and click on the weather tab, and you'll see the thing that says upload your picture here. All right, let's take a look at our forecast for tomorrow. Again, we're a little bit much cooler, actually, about 10 or 15 degrees in some areas cooler than we were today. Mid 70s by noon should be pretty comfortable, and then close to or just under 80 degrees tomorrow. But the strong gusty winds are the story here, Alyssa. We got to be fire wise out there as we are very dry. We've already seen tons of fires. We don't want to spark anymore. So be smart, be safe out there. That's what it looks like in Tri-Cities and Yakima. And here's final look at Walla Walla and Hermiston with those breezy winds. And again, look at that map, the temperature roller coaster. We can't like stay at a set, 80, let's say.
I was thinking 70 degrees. I'm going to need my coat after yesterday.
Might feel like it, yeah.
Thanks, Stacey, and thank you so much for watching. We're going to turn it over to the NBA draft. We'll be back with more news after that.
Good night.